Hello friends, continuous of our efforts towards the better understanding of structure activity relationship of various molecules. Today we are going to discuss the structure activity relationship of cholineolytic agents. The cholineolytic agents are the substance which block the action of acetylcholine. Again, if we look for these cholineolytic agents, they are categorized into two broad category. The first category is the muscarinic receptor, while the another category is the nicotinic receptor. So we have to go for the structure activity relationship of muscarinic receptor as well as nicotinic receptor separately, because the binding patterns are the hot spot which present in cholinergic receptors on muscarinic type as well as nicotinic type are different. So definitely they required different molecular features. So if you look for the cholinergic blocking agent which basically act on the muscarinic receptors, what are the key features required for such blocking agent? That is, the things the molecule must have high binding affinity for the muscarinic receptor, but they don't have they do not have the intrinsic activity. Means the molecules are able to bind with the cholinergic receptor, but they do not activate it. Means they are unable to produce the appropriate conformational change in the receptor, and by virtue of that the secondary responses are not started. As well as this anticholinergic agent also prevent the binding of acetylcholine to the receptor site, as well as up to certain extent they lower the activity of acetylcholine, because the muscarinic receptor blocking agents may be the reversible type of drugs, and they compete for binding to the cholinergic receptor site with acetylcholine, and therefore they reduces the activity of acetylcholine. So when we go for SAR of the muscarinic receptor blocking agent, we must aware about the structure of the receptor. So take a look of the binding site of muscarinic receptor. So if you look for the binding site of muscarinic receptor, again we already explained the things in our previous SAR of cholinergic drug. They have the key binding area, one which is the anionic site on the receptor. That anionic site is bind with the cationic site of the acetylcholine. Apart from that, they also having the hydrogen binding domain on the receptor, that is asparagine, and which having capability to form a hydrogen bond of the ester linkage of acetylcholine, maybe with the oxo group, or it may be the oxy group of the esters, and they also having the hydrophobic patches or hydrophobic pockets. In that, the acetylcholine methyl groups are accommodated. But if you look for the anticholinergic action, so definitely the molecule is required the high affinity as compared to the acetylcholine, and that is possible if the receptors having some extra hydrophobic patch or hydrophobic zone where the bulkier group which present in the anticholinergic drug can be accommodated. So generally, if you look for the antagonist activity, it is postulated that the antagonist is also bind with the aspartate in the similar fashion as the ammonium ion of the acetylcholine, and definitely the some of the hydrophobic substance that bind to the hydrophobic pocket in the receptor, and when this binding happen, they do not allow the changes in the conformation need for transferring the agonist signal to the G-coupled protein. So if you take the wide look of the probable anticholine muscarinic type binding site, then it's look like this one, in which the one key site is there which is similar as acetylcholine. Apart from that, they also having the van der Waals binding regions for agonist, for antagonist, and if we compare with the known inhibitors, how they accommodate themselves or dock themselves in this hypothesized binding site, is just look like this. Definitely the antagonist also having the quaternary nitrogen. That quaternary nitrogen is take the position similar as acetylcholine, and which interact with the aspartate of the receptor, and similarly they have the bridge as well as ester linkage, and this ester linkage is probably interact in the similar fashion as the acetylcholine with the hydrogen bond to the asparagine. And now, apart from acetylcholine, these antagonists also having the some bulkier group, which is having the key responsibility to interact with the macromolecule through van der Waals interactions, and they take the position in the nearby cavity or nearby space where they interact through the van der Waals interaction, and by virtue of that they are having more affinity towards the cholinergic receptor as compared to the acetylcholine. So the receptor suggests that there is key things which must be present in the anticholinergic molecule which bind to the muscarinic receptor. That is the group or moiety which having similarity with the acetylcholine, means they must contain the cationic portion or cationic part. It may be in the form of quaternary amines or some other ones. Apart from that, there is some linkage in between the quaternary amine portion and the hydrophobic portion, which may be responsible for maintain the same orientations as the acetylcholine, and by virtue of that the molecule is able to dock themselves in the appropriate fashion in cholinergic receptor. Once such antagonist bind to the receptor, then they do not change the conformations and they are not able to produce or they are not able to transfer the agonist signals to G protein. So now this studies revealed that the pivotal anticholinergic muscarinic receptor drug or molecule may be have some key segment in their structure. If you look for them, that is look like the structure part like this one, which having somehow similarity or which having somehow acetylcholine and log C. This is the structure of acetylcholine, and if you look, there is some quaternary ammonium portion. There is the ester linkage. There is bridge which present in between the quaternary ammonium portion and ester linkage. Apart from that, they also have the moiety group which are responsible for hydrophobic interaction. So when we go for the development of antimuscarinic drug or anticholinergic drug which bind on the muscarinic receptor, they must have the similar type of feature like the acetylcholine. If you compare, here we also have the similar nitrogen which can be changed into a quaternary ammonium salt when it is protonated, or it might be already given in the protonated forms. Similarly, they also have the bridge type system that is there, and definitely the linkage is in the form of ester linkage, but it is not essential one. So they can be extended with the bridge form. And again, if we go for the terminus portion in which the methyl moiety is present in the acetylcholine, but here we required some bulkier group which give the good binding feature as compared to the acetylcholine. So we take one by one the different zones of the proposed molecule, how they affect the activity of anti-muscarinic type or activity towards the muscarinic receptors. So if we take the first thing is the terminal segment where we incorporated some bulkier hydrophobic zone. So definitely this R prime and R prime group bind to the hydrophobic regions which lying outside of the acetylcholine receptor site. So definitely here we required some bulkier group, and this R prime as well as R double prime may be carbocyclic or heterocyclic ring for getting the maximum antagonist potency. If you look for the example, that is the glycopyrrolate, and which having the structure of this kind, which having the R prime segment and R prime segment, which is carbocyclic, it may be aromatic, or it may be alicyclic one. And if you look again, then generally out of these two ring, one ring may be aromatic and the another is maybe saturated alicyclic system, or it might have the one olefinic double bond. So in that conditions you get the good antimuscarinic activity. Means this aromatic is in the form of phenyl ring, or that is benzene, and this another one which is saturated or alicyclic, that may be cyclohexane or cyclopentane or the cyclopentene or cyclohexene type of systems. Then they show the optimum activity. And again, if we look for the possibility of exploration rate, there is, apart from the R prime or double prime, the R group is there, and this R group may be converted into a fuse ring system, and when they converted into fuse ring system, that is in the form of tricyclic ring, then the compound is able to retain the anticholinergic activity towards the muscarinic receptor. Here if we look for the example, that is propenthyline is there, and the structure of propenthyline is this one. In that structure, definitely this is the one of ring which come from the form of R prime, another ring which come in the form of R double prime, but that R group is get fuse, convert this whole system into a tricyclic ring system, and this tricyclic ring system is able to retain the activity. Now, if we go for the bulkier substitutions at R prime or double prime by means of naphthalene ring or phenanthine ring, then the compound is, so the inactivity due to steric hindrance at the muscarinic receptor. So definitely there is the need of bulkier group, but still the size of bulkier group is also essential. So they may be 6 member in the form of aromatic ring, or 6 member or less than 6 member in the form of alicyclic system. Then they show the appropriate antimuscarinic activity. Now, if we go for substitutions of R group, basically it might be hydrogen atom, or we can change it like a smaller group, hydroxyl group, hydroxymethyl group, or carboxamide group. Then the activity is retained or it is comparable. As well as there is also possibilities that it can be component of the one of the ring, that is R prime or R double prime. We look for the structure of terifencin or clindium. In that, the R group is present in the form of amide one or the hydroxyl one, and they retain the activity. when R substitution is in the form of hydroxyl group or hydroxymethyl group, then the compound is showing usually more potency as antagonist in comparison to the analogy structure, which having no substitutions at R position, means it remain hydrogens. This hydroxy or hydroxymethyl group favor for the activity. Now, if we come for the bridge type of systems, or if we come for the linker type of system, so when we look for this ester linkage at R X positions, then the compound show higher potency like the clidinium. But this ester linkage is not essential for the activity, and we can change the ester linkage with only ether oxygen, or maybe this X is completely removed. The examples are tolterodine or porphenadine. The structure wise, if you look for that, the clidinium having the ester linkage, but if you look for porphenadine, they have the ether linkage, and if you look for tolterodine, then there is no linkage in the form of ester or ether. Now, if you look for another substitutions in the core structure, that is on the nitrogen. So, if we look for the nature of this nitrogen, it is ordinary ammonium salt for most potent anticholinergic activity. But there is no compulsion, it should be quaternary. The tertiary amine also possess the antagonist activity, and this thing might be happened due to the protonation of the drug at the binding site of the receptor, like oxybutyrate. And this quaternary nitrogen can be in the form of ring, it may be in the form of pyridine ring, pyridine ring, or pyridine ring. If you look for the example, that is oxyphencyclamine, and structure wise, this clidinium or oxybutynine or oxyphencyclamine is having this type of rings or this type of structures. Now, this oxybutynine is tertiary nitrogens that can be protonated at the site of binding and converted into a cationic forms and bind to the receptors. In this, the quaternary, the tertiary amines are present in the ring systems. Similarly, here quaternary amines present in the ring system. All type of compounds are able to show the anticholinergic activity against the muscarinic receptor. Now, if we look for the nature of substitutions which present on the nitrogen, means the number of carbon present in alkyl group, it may be the ethyl, or it may be the propyl, or it may be the isopropyl group. So in this smaller group, they are able to show the antimuscarinic activity. But we go beyond the isopropyl or propyl group, then activity is subsided. So we look for the example, that is isopropamide or oxybutane. Just take a look of their structure. What is this? And if you look for the structure, this isopropamide having a isopropyl substitutions, isopropyl side chain, and if you look for oxybutane, in which the terminal nitrogen having substitutions of ethyl group, and if you look for orphanadrene, in which the terminal nitrogen having a substitutions in the form of methyl moiety. So this small substitutions can easily bear by the quaternary nitrogen or tertiary nitrogen, and they are able to show the appropriate anticholinergic activity on muscarinic receptors. Then the next modification which occur in the form of basic bridge which present in between the terminal nitrogen and the bulkier group, that is cause the linker. So the distance between ring substitutions carbon and the amine nitrogen is not critical. There may be variations of this linkage from 2 to 4 carbons. If you look for example, then it is oxybutanines or phenadrine type of molecules which having variations in the carbon length. But generally, if you go for the potent anticholinergic agent, then the linking must have 2 methylene unit, which are the ester linkage. So take a look of that structures. The structures like oxyfen, cyclamine, which the ester linkage is there, apart from the linker, carbon linker, that is 2 carbons, and then the tertiary nitrogens. If you look for procyclidine, again in that there is the bridge present in between the terminal nitrogen and the phenyl ring in the form of the two carbon, and if you look for orphanedrines, again it is two carbon. But if we go for the oxybutene, then in that case it is having bridge of 4 carbon with the ester linkage. So in that condition it also retain the activity. So this bridge may be vary from 2 to 4 carbon, but optimum activity is achieved when this bridge having two methylene groups. Then the one best thing is come when we go for antimuscarinic agent. The one naturally obtained antimuscarinic, that is atropine, and when we compare the structure of atropine with acetylcholine, in that conditions there is a huge similarity in between the atropine and acetylcholine, both having the nitrogen and esters, and both nitrogen and esters are get the similar positions. If you superpose the atropine with acetylcholine, then the quaternary ammonium portion of acetylcholine is take the upper positions. Then they are quite interesting one. The quaternary amine of acetylcholine get the same position as the tertiary amine of atropine, and the ester of acetylcholine is superposed on the ester linkage of atropine. Apart from that, the atropine having the extra phenyl ring, and this extra phenyl ring is able to produce the extra binding group which is nearby the acetylcholine binding site, and they are contributed to the van der Waals interactions, and ultimately if you look for binding of this atropine with the acetylcholine receptor muscarinic type, then they are able to bind with a different induced fit, and there is no activation as compared to the acetylcholine, and that's why they are able to produce the secondary response, but this atropine is unable to produce the secondary response. But this phenyl ring is responsible for binding of atropine in a more strong fashion as compared to the acetylcholine. So this is the overall sort of the anticholinergic molecules which bind on the muscarinic receptor.